Live from Urbana High School's McKinley Field, it is senior night for the Urbana Tigers football team. The final game of the 2017 season. Today, the 0-8 Rams take on the 1-7. Rather, the 0-8 Tigers take on the 1-7 Rams of Peoria Manual High School. For one final time on a football broadcast for the Tigers, I am Joey Wright, and there's no one I'd rather have join me than Miller Calhoun. Now, Miller, this is an interesting matchup. You look at coming into this one, the Tigers have yet to lodge a win on the season. The Rams coming off a win against Macomb last week, but you listen to the talk around the halls of Urbana High School and around the locker room, the Tigers think they can win this one.
Yeah, they got a great shot tonight. They just got to go out and execute, man. It's simple. They got to execute. I'm sure they've been putting in an offensive game plan for this team. They've been practicing, scheming against them, and they got a shot. They just go out and got to do it.
Definitely. It looks like the Rams will be returning the opening kickoff. Now, we saw the Tigers in action. Their homecoming game against Central 3 weeks ago. They've played pretty well since then. Obviously, a tough loss last week at Bloomington, but a close loss the week before at Lincoln. So the Tigers coming off their best stretch of football of the year. We will see how things play out. Tay McElroy back to return the kick for the Rams. Looks like Rolando Brown is back there as well. We are glad you're with us for one final time for this 2017 season. Tigers looking for their first win of the season. We will highlight the contributions of each of the seniors on the Tigers roster as the night goes on. Jeremy Machoro is set to kick it off, and we're going to have a whistle blown, an attempted onside kick. Chico Lipscomb recovered it, but the play was blown dead prior to it starting. Offsides against the Tigers. So we'll do that one more time.
Interesting start, trying to go for the onside. Probably a smart play, you know, but I don't know if they'll go to it here. I assume they would, but, you know, you lose the surprise element, and you back the ball up, so wouldn't be surprised if they tried to squib it.
Well, Miller, Ordell Walker likes to set the pace early on, kind of set the rhythm. And that onside kick, an extension of that, he wants the Tigers to have the ball, right here out of the gates. You're right. It'll be interesting to see how they approach this because now they've kind of been tipped off. Machoro is back, and we are set to go again. We are, once more, glad you're joining us on the Tigers Media Network tonight. And this kick, also an onside kick. Looks like Peoria will recover it. Recovery number 88, Sharpreece Irvin.
Sharpreece Irvin on that return.
Both these schools orange and black. Urbana in the orange uniforms, Manual wearing white tonight.
And as people who follow the Big 12 football conference here in Central Illinois will know that this is the battle of the bottom. Neither of these teams have won a game in the Big 12, 0-7 each. So this will be a chance to go out and get that, not finish last. I mean, that's the goal. I mean, to not finish last, I mean, you want to win, but don't finish last.
Definitely. This would be the tiebreaker between these teams because if Urbana could win, both these teams would finish 1-8. And this is going to be a run for Manual, and they are stuffed at the line of scrimmage here on the first play of the drive.
And this is just like the Central game, Joey. Urbana's got to control the line of scrimmage, and they did a good job in the Central game until the late second half when they let Central go a little wild, bring that comeback. But they have to control the line of scrimmage. If they do that, on the offensive and defensive side, they got a good shot tonight.
Well, and Miller, I think Urbana can afford to open it up a little more on offense than they could against Central. I mean, we'll see how it plays out, but this Manual team not as high-powered as that Maroons team was.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that'll be interesting to follow as the night progresses. Quarterback for the Rams, Quan McElroy, number 5, and McElroy is going to drop back, and he is going to find, I believe that was Jakari Robertson. Would have had the first down, but the pass was dropped, and it'll set up 3rd and 8.
And that's what I expect from this Manual offense. You're going to see a lot of runs, and then you're going to see those quick slant-type go passes. The quarterback doesn't have a big arm, but they can be explosive plays if you're not expecting it. So they got to keep an eye on them.
Certainly. I don't think we'll see Urbana take a somewhat similar offensive approach. Especially, I think Chico Lipscomb's going to have a big game tonight.
Yeah.
I can.
Bold prediction.
Yeah. Well,
Meech too. Meech too is the last game for him.
Definitely. McElroy, shotgun formation. And Jake Loffman in the backfield almost immediately. And this is going to register as a gain of maybe a half of a yard, and it'll set up 4th and 8. Probably 4th and 7 here. We'll see where they spot it. I don't think It will be 4th and 8, a gain of 1.
And this is a great defensive start for the Tigers so far. Everybody's closing in on the ball, surrounding the ball. Great effort out there so far.
10 minutes and 45 seconds left. And we're going to see Manual punt it here. Tay McElroy looks like he's back to punt it. So barring a fake, Urbana will get their first chance at controlling the ball. You know, Miller, I was talking to Jake Luffman earlier today, and he mentioned that Coach Walker had told them if the Tigers are up by 21 points with 3 minutes left in the game, each of the senior linemen for Urbana are going to get a chance to run the ball.
Nice.
So
very cool, very cool.
Whoever runs the farthest with it will get to stay in for a few plays. So we'll see how that plays out. False start against the Rams here. This wasn't a false start. They're backing way up. I'm not quite sure what the call was.
I'd like to see that. Now you got me hoping for something here.
Yeah, definitely. Back to return, Dalen Coleman-Lasdens. Tay McElroy. Punting on 4th and 14, nearly blocked. And Dalen won't even return this. What ends up being a pretty good punt will pin the Tigers at their own 10-yard line.
A good decision there by Dalen, you know, in case he fumbles it. You know, you don't want to take any chances. Good punt, though. That was a really good punt.
Didn't travel the farthest distance in the air, but it took a great roll.
Yeah.
And it was right in a position where it was tough to return. So, yeah, really, all in all, a great punt from McElroy. And now we're going to see Jake Meeker. Jacob Meeker had a pretty good game against Central, has struggled a bit in the past 2 weeks. We'll see if playing on his home turf helps him out a bit here. It's 1st and 10 from Urbana's own 10-yard line. 90 yards to go. Meeker drops the snap here, and he'll just fall on it. He'll eat it for a loss of about 6.
Fumble on the play, recovered by Tad Meeker, loss of 6.
They've had trouble this year sometimes with that snapping, and that's been an issue this year. And it's always been an issue in the past. I remember a couple years ago, we almost had to go under center every play because we couldn't snap the ball. But you know, they got to get it sorted out. I mean, it's early.
Meeker will hand it off to Dimitri Turner-Winston, and Dimitri Turner-Winston will get back to the line of scrimmage, and then about 6 more yards. It'll set up 3rd and short.
Good run there by Meach, straight up the gut, and that's going to be open all night. I mean, this Manual defense looks like they're going to give up a lot of yards, and their holes are going to be open. So
this gets past Meeker, and Meeker will fall on it at the 1-yard line. Some more snapping issues for the Tigers early on. They'll have to punt it.
These are the unforced errors we're talking about. I mean, you can't have that. You know, defense gets a good stop, and then the offense comes down and fumbles 2 straight snaps. It fumbles 2 snaps, and you know, now we're back at the 1. And this is going to set up good field position for Manual because it's hard to punt from your own end zone.
Peoria's got 2 men back to return this one. Almost like a kickoff. Rolando Brown and Tay McElroy both back to return it. A low kick. Not going to take a very good bounce. Not a very good punt from Dalen. This punt will put the Rams at the Tigers' 36-yard line.
You know, it might not have been the best punt, but it did the job. I mean, it's better than a shank where, you know, you kick it and it goes to the 20-yard line.
Right.
Got to the 35, but not the greatest punt, you're right.
Well, in my 4 years of Urbana football, I've seen some suspect punts. Remember that one last year from Kybers, Tyler Kybers?
The one that went straight up and came straight back down?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was tough.
36-yard punt, I will take it. So the Rams couldn't get anything going on their first drive. In fact, lost yards. They've entered this drive with -4 offensive yards. And this is going to be a handoff. Number 6, Brian Johnson. And Johnson stuffed the Tigers. He'll probably get some forward progress on that, but the Tigers quickly there to shut anything down.
Defense is looking really good so far.
Officially a gain of 3. Yeah, this defensive line doing a great job with penetration early on, especially Jake Luffman. Jake Luffman's been in the backfield almost the entire game. 7:48 left. And a pass overthrown, intended for Torlandis Hugen. So it'll be 3rd and 7 again.
Yeah, just like that. I mean, they're going to try and run the ball inside, and then they're going to try and hit you with a quick slant over the middle. And we've been ready for it so far.
I'm excited to see AJ step up on that. AJ Fox, Urbana's star linebacker. Because I think if AJ can get his hands on one, intercept it, he can take it all the way back to the end zone.
That'd be a big play for AJ. I mean,
Jerome Rao
defining
also.
moment right there. You know.
Certainly.
This Tigers defense is great at picking the ball off. Lots of interceptions this year. Just haven't been able to turn it into points.
This will be a false start against the Rams. AJ Fox, a senior for this Tigers team, such a warrior. I mean, probably the best player on this defense. Obviously, Jake and some other guys are up there too. But what I like about AJ is he might make a mistake here and there, but he'll get it back.
Exactly.
It's what we saw the Central game where he muffed an onside kick, allowed Central to get the ball, but then he came up with a big stop on the goal line. So
that's true. Yeah, and he's got good instincts for a football player. You know, he's middle linebacker, Mike linebacker, probably calls all the plays on defense, and you know he's around the ball. He's always around the ball. Rolling
out is Peoria. A flag is down in the backfield. This ball's on the ground. We'll see what the flag is. Urbana recovered the fumble.
And if that's a holding, that's going to end up being our ball.
Let's see what the call is here.
Should be holding, but you never know.
Yep, Urbana will take over. Ball at the 38-yard line.
I didn't catch a number there, but whoever hit that quarterback, that was a great play. Have the awareness to hit the back of his arm.
I thought it was Jake who came in and forced the fumble. I'm not sure on that.
I'm not sure, but you know we'll check that later. But you know, great play on the strip sack. That's how you want to do it.
So 7:32 left in the first quarter, and Urbana 62 yards to go on this drive. We'll see if they can convert and get their first points of the game. And it's Meeker in the backfield with Turner Winston behind him. Nearly another fumbled snap. This ball's on the ground.
It's on the ground again.
Peoria says they have it.
They do not.
We will see. It's going to be Urbana's ball.
Covered by Jake, but Meeker's got it. That
was on Meeker.
That's on Meeker.
That was a pretty good snap, and Meeker just couldn't get his hands on it. Tigers didn't lose anything on the play.
I don't know if Meeker put lotion on his hands before this game, but
that's a trend I've never gotten. Athletes putting lotion on their hands before a game. You see that in basketball a lot.
Yeah.
I don't see how that can help you. And Meeker's going to take a sack, so both defenses doing pretty well early on here.
And again, Meeker fumbled it. I mean, he's not ready for it. I don't know if he's not ready for it, and Jake's snapping it before he's ready, but Meeker is not ready for these snaps. He's catching it off guard, and then he's just forced to lay on it.
It's Jake Luffman, Urbana's center. And now Meeker's going to roll out to his left, and he is going to find Tyza Winston. And Winston the first down. Winston, not a name we are used to calling, as evidenced by my hesitation there, but Tyza, one of these young guys on the Tigers team, he can make a difference in the upcoming years here, Miller.
Yeah, he's got the makeup for a good slot receiver, you know. Here goes the option pitch. Chico's got space.
Chico Lipscomb's going to get to the 45.
That's a great textbook tackle by number 84, Rolando Brown. Great textbook tackle. That's how you want to do it. Wrap him up at the legs and take him down. Chico had space there, too. I mean, that could have been a big play. Good read by Meeker on the pitch, on the option, but a good tackle.
Man in motion, Christian Phillips. This ball is handed off to Christian Phillips. Phillips tries to reverse fields, can't do it. And he is brought down right about where he started. I thought he was going to gain a few, but the Rams defense pushed him back. And they do give him forward progress. It'll be a 3rd and 5.
This is 4-down territory, Joey.
I think so.
Once you're across the 50, pretty much, it's 4-down territory. So you don't have to try to get it all right here. You know, you want to be conservative, but something's there, take it.
I'm not entirely sure what that was. That was that'll be an offsides on Manual, most likely, neutral zone infraction. Jake Luffman did a great job of selling that.
Yeah. It'll be first down.
Jake just had a seat on that one. That'll move the chains. That's how you do it there.
Yeah.
Fourth down and none. That'll move the chains for a first. Actually, I think it's, yep, now they're going to move the chains. There's some confusion there with the chain gang. So it'll be first down and 10 from the 38. Jake Meeker in the backfield. Man in motion. It is Chico. It is a handoff to Turner Winston, and Dimitri doesn't gain much, if anything, on that. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Again, I'm Joey Wright, joined by Miller Calhoun. Scoreless game to this point. Also senior night for the cheerleaders and for the Tiger Marching Band. And here is a handoff, pitch rather, to Chico. And Chico wrapped up and brought down. So it'll be third and long. And Miller's still fourth down territory here. I don't think anything has changed.
Yeah. 3rd and 8. We're still not getting that push up front that we need. I mean, guys are still coming in clean, but if we start, that should be offside.
Not a very clean game for either side here. Encroachment on Deontay Lane.
3rd and 3, not 3rd and 3.
So Meeker under center. Dimitri Turner Winston in the backfield. Man in motion, Christian Phillips.
Meeker's using the hard snap count, and it's been successful so far. It's looking like Aaron Rodgers out there.
Yeah, right. His collarbone's in better shape. Here's Meeker. Pump fake. Meeker under pressure. Meeker under duress. He will take the sack. I don't think he gained anything. It'll be about 4th and 3 here. So we'll see 4th down and 3. 4 wide receivers for Urbana. And Christian in motion, and we'll see who this is on. I think this is going to be a false start against the Tigers. Looked up, and I saw Michael Monreal in motion. And again, they are going to call this a false start on Michael Monreal. So it'll be 4th down and 8. Meeker takes the snap, rolls out to his left. Jake Meeker finds Christian Phillips, and Phillips is going to break the tackle. Is he going to get to the first down marker? He reaches for the marker. Let's see.
He should get it. Looks like it's going to be short, though. Oh, maybe.
They're going to have to measure this one.
Maybe. No, it looks like they're going to be short.
This will be Manual's ball. And Miller, it was tough to tell from here just where he went out of bounds.
Yeah.
I saw him extend his arm.
Yeah.
Thought that was maybe going to be enough, but they're going to say he's out of bounds.
And look, that penalty cost us right there, that false start penalty. I mean, and a first down, but, you know.
Just barely short.
Yep. Good effort, though, by Christian. Great effort.
Fantastic effort. You know, you would have thought that he would have been wrapped up and tackled 7 yards from where he ended up finishing that. So Christian is probably the best athlete on this Tigers team.
Yeah.
First down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Watch the matchup here. Urbana's cornerback Mike Maboyo. And this is a fumbled snap. Urbana's going to perhaps fall on this one. I think it was out of bounds. No, it's yes. Urbana's ball. They got it. So this game a nightmare for offensive coordinators. The Tigers will take over right on their own red zone here. They will be just inside the red zone at the 18-yard line.
Great hustle by the defensive line there. Tobias Coleman hopped on it and get the ball back in good field position to start this drive. And sloppy football so far. I gotta, and that's not sugarcoating it. Sloppy football.
That's on both sides. I mean, this game has not been a very good game to be an offensive player.
And I don't know if sorry to cut you off, but I don't know if that one was a botched snap or if it was a missed option pitch. I don't know what that was, but kind of threw it, and it went back there, and we fell on it.
Well, at the time the ball was snapped, I was watching the one-on-one matchup between Manual's Shakari Robertson and Urbana's Mike Maboyo there on the left side. And we see that here with Jerome and, I believe, Rolando Brown. But I don't think either quarterback has the arm enough to throw all the way to the outside of the hash marks there for whatever Jerome's going to run. This is a handoff right up the gut. Dimitri Turner-Winston gains a few. He'll go inside the 10.
Good gain right there. The third and manageable, 3rd and 6.
3 minutes left in the first. Yeah, I'll be interested to see if they target Jerome or Christian here, or if they run the ball. And Manual jumps off.
Again.
Spin. Encroachment on number 75, Josh Ivory. So 2:51, half the distance to the goal is that infraction. So it'll be 3rd down and 3. Ball on the 6-yard line. The Tigers bunch everybody in here. Nobody is positioned outside of the right hash mark. Shotgun formation. Man in motion here. It is a handoff to Turner-Winston. And he stops short. But that should be enough for the first.
First down.
Yep. That'll put Urbana at the 2-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 2.
Four plays to get 2 yards.
Only have to average half of a yard on a play. Here's Meeker. Meeker handing it off. This is Chico. Chico is brought down. About the 4-yard line. Going to mark him at about the 4.5. So call it the 4, call it the 5. Officially spotted at the 4-yard line. 2 minutes and 17 seconds left here, first quarter of play. I would throw it up to the corner of the end zone, a little fade route here.
Yeah, up to Jerome.
Here's and Michi is stopped. Dimitri Turner-Winston. Good job by Manual to make that stop. Alex Randall on the stop there. Randall just kind of lowered his shoulder and laid into Dimitri Turner-Winston. So it's 3rd down and 3 from the 3, 3rd and goal. And Meeker rolling out to his left. This is going to go to the corner, and it's caught. That's Chico Lipscomb. The Tigers take the first lead of the game. Meeker to Lipscomb, touchdown Urbana. 1 minute and 39 seconds left in the quarter.
Great throw by Meeker right there, right in Chico's breadbasket. Hauls it in, touchdown.
That's perfect. Perfect execution. And we'll see what Urbana decides to do on the 2-point conversion. Tigers do not have an extra point kicker, and that's been their Achilles heel this season. We are really going to need to convert on these 2-point conversions as the evening goes along.
That brings back bad memories, Joey.
Definitely. That Central game.
Yeah. That's the last time we were here. That's hard. That was a while ago, it seemed like.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
September
30th.
Yep. Here's Meeker. Meeker's going to roll to his right. Jake Meeker to the end zone, to the corner. Chico, or rather Christian Phillips gets in for the 2-point conversion.
Another good throw by Meeker to Christian. Nice catch. Would have been a catch in the NFL with the toe top there.
Yeah.
Nice job by Christian.
Clearly got the foot in bounds, and a little celebration on the sidelines as the Tigers go up 8-0. And Miller, you talk about that Central game, and apologies to anyone who watches this broadcast. A good moment followed up by the mention of a not so good moment, but we just couldn't convert on the twos that game, and when you lose by a point, that's what's easy to look to.
And I think we found the way to go here on offense is throw the ball. I think
so.
Running's been a little. Running's hasn't been working, but if we throw it and we're able to have some success, that'll open it up to run. And I know that's our bread and butter, the run game. But if we can throw it with success to the outside like we've been doing here, we could have some success.
It'll be Jeremy Machoro kicking for Urbana here. And I think running the ball, we get some chunk plays. I think that's where.
Yeah.
But I think passing the ball, we're also going to get some big plays. So.
And, you know, it's kind of the opposite of what you think. I mean, running, we get a lot more chunk plays with running than we do passing just because, you know, Meeker's not that quarterback to air it out. I mean, he's got a good arm.
Onside kick from Jeremy. This is fumbled by Peoria Manual. Urbana will recover.
Onside kick by Urbana, recovered by 52, Tobias Coleman.
Tobias Coleman came in to recover that one. So Urbana's got it, ball right back here.
Yep, and this is where they got to rush it down their throats right here. They got to capitalize right here.
This is where now with the lead we can kind of slow it down. Even though we just said passing is the way to go, slow it down a little bit, pump the brakes, run some clock off. I think that's where the Tigers are going to be successful, as you mentioned. Tiger marching band in full force. And a pretty good crowd here from the Paw Pack. They have filled out nicely, weren't here so much when the game began, but they're here right now, and this is Christian Phillips. Christian Phillips to the left side. He will be brought down just short of the first down marker.
Nice run there. Nice option. The option could work too. Just get it to the outside. I mean, we haven't been successful up the middle so far. We usually aren't. So get it to the outside, get some blockers out there.
Right.
Be successful.
Play clock at 20, man in motion. It is Chico. And Chico's going to go down.
Close.
Very close. They might have to measure this one.
It's going to be short.
Yeah, he's a yard short. Referee standing at the 42-yard line. So it's 3rd down and 1. We are inside of a minute to go, 46 seconds and counting here.
Been a quick first quarter here, Joey.
It has, especially in these recent minutes. Pitch back to Christian. This is going to be a trick play.
Go!
And he's going to have to take off and run. He will easily get the first down, and he's brought down near the 30-yard line, officially the 31-yard line.
And that's an interesting trick play right there, because Christian was our quarterback at the start of the season. He can throw it a little bit, so nice idea by Coach Walker, but I think what Christian should have done there, just take off immediately. I mean, see if he's open. If he's not, just take off, because he had green.
Yeah.
He had green.
Even green after he did that little pump fake. And
yeah.
Or not a pump fake, but saw the hole close up. Watch, okay, this is Torlandis Hugan and Jerome Rowell here on the right side. This is where Meeker is scrambling, and he's going to pitch it back to Dimitri Turner-Winston. Turner-Winston finds a little hole. He'll get inside the 30-yard line to the 27. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. So the teams will switch sides, and the Tigers will go into the second quarter of play up 8-0.
And if Meech almost broke that tackle, and it would have gone for 6 if he would have, but nice run though. Still, second and manageable. Good run.
Urbana would like to thank its sponsor, Jimmy John, for all their support. Thank you, Jimmy John.
So 12 minutes on the clock. We are set and ready for the second quarter. And this is where I want to mention the streak. Urbana has not won a game here at McKinley Field in more than 4 calendar years. October 11th, 2013, the final win, or rather the most recent win on McKinley Field for these Tigers. The senior class, junior class, sophomore class, freshman class at Urbana High School, they've never seen us win a game in the time that they have walked the halls of UHS. So, you know, that's something that's on the players' minds, it's on the fans' minds, it's on my mind. We'll see if Urbana can break through in this one and in that streak get their win on their home turf. They've won a game in each of the past 3 seasons, but it has been on the road.
And, you know, the record doesn't show up. This has been a much better year in terms of competitive play in this tough conference. I mean, with the Central game, the Centennial game at the beginning of the year was a very winnable game. I mean, we lost by 14, but, you know, it was a really close game. I mean, Bloomington game was close at the half. Lost that one close. I mean, all the games have been competitive, at least for half of the game. There have only been a few that haven't.
Turner-Winston, spin move, Dimitri Turner-Winston, touchdown Urbana, 27 yards. The Tigers go up by 2 scores. It's 14-0.
And you know what I say? Meech is going to have a big game, man. I'm telling you, he's ready. He's been waiting for this moment. And he's going to savor it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, this is his senior night. This is his last game on this field. He's going to have a big night.
And what a run that was. I mean, there not much. There was some finesse. There was some power. That was a power run with some finesse elements to it.
Yeah, that was
right up the gut.
That was a Madden type spin move right there. That was great.
That was awesome.
A little extra pizzazz.
A little flair.
A little flair.
A little flair on that one. 14-0, the 2-point conversion pending. It's Meeker. Jake Meeker with a man in motion here is going to keep it himself. Johnny Wathera, the man in motion. Meeker fumbles it to Wathera. We're going to see what they say. Touchdown. 2-point conversion. Meeker dropped the ball, and Johnny Wathera was right there to get it. I'm not entirely sure if that's legal or not, but it doesn't seem like it would be. But 16-0, the Tigers up 2 scores.
They're counting it, so hey.
Yeah.
Take whatever we can get.
That fumble was as close as that looked like an intentional forward fumble to me, but Johnny Wathera, also a senior for these Tigers, gets it, and we are up by 16.
He's got a little glance from Steven there. He knows what's up.
He knows what's going on. Stephen Thompson, a junior, number 43. Steven's been pretty big for these Tigers since he's joined the team.
Huge get back for them.
Yeah.
Good defensive role player.
Certainly.
And this team could do some things next year. I mean, if everybody stays here, thinks, believes, and puts the work in the offseason, they could do some stuff. I mean, you can't get boggled down by the 1-8 record every year.
No.
You can't let that phase. You can't let people talk to you bad about your team. You guys suck, and you can't let that phase you.
Machoro, the onside kick. This will be recovered by the Rams. Not much of a problem. And Miller, I think after a season like this, we've shown marked improvement from years past. I think the talk shifts away from who's transferring away, and it becomes who's transferring here. Who's going to try and come aboard and make this a better program.
I mean, I think you got to start winning some more games a little bit.
Well, I mean,
you
look at what happened to the girls basketball program. Immediately landed Ariel Scott last year, her sister Cheyenne Scott. And,
that's a good point.
So I think
I'm not trying to take away what we're saying, but that was doing parts of the coaching change. But
well, yeah, but I think Coach Walker in his first year has shown enough to. And obviously these players well connected in social media. They can shoot out some texts themselves and get the word out. This will be a timeout to the Urbana sideline.
But you got to put the work in and you got to believe. This team could do some things next year. They got to get a little bit. Offensive line's got to show up because losing Jake is going to be huge because he's such a big part of the line on offense and defense, playing end and center. You're going to have to make fill somebody else into that role, but they put in the work. It's definitely possible.
Well, the Tigers on their offensive line, they lose some key people. Jake Loffman, Ternell Hartfield.
Bobby,
Brandon Smith is the next one I was going to mention. You lose those 3 guys, that's big. That's 3/5 of their offensive line. So there are some guys, some younger guys on this team that could fill in, but
the JV freshman team's had some success this year.
That's true.
They'll grow and they'll get better. But you got to put in the work. Just because football, everybody pretty much makes the team here at Urbana. Because we don't have the numbers like everybody else, doesn't mean you don't show up and you skip and then you come on game day and be like, I want to play. You got to, if you want to win, you got to put in the work.
11:50 left in the second quarter. Yeah, work a necessity for this Tigers team in the future. Peoria starts on their 37. This is dropped and called a forward pass. Quan McElroy. That pass intended for Tay McElroy. Quan and Tay McElroy, not sure if they are related. They are both seniors, same last name.
I would assume.
I would assume, but you never want to make that assumption and have it wrong.
Very true.
Number 10, Sean Wright, has the same last name as me. No relation. He's a Freshman. Only freshman on the roster. Sean, a running back, linebacker. And it's McElroy. McElroy under pressure, under duress. A flag is down in the backfield. This may be holding. And it will be holding. So McElroy, Urbana's line just crushed the Rams there. That was not even close.
Defensive line's doing a good job so far. Offensive line's just got to step it up a little bit, but defensive line's doing a great job so far.
11:40 left. I'm just waiting to see if Manual can break off a big run, big play. Not necessarily a run.
I'd hope not.
Well, I hope not either. 3rd and 14. They've dropped a lot of passes that could have been big. McElroy rolls to his left and overthrows Tay McElroy. So that'll set up 4th down and 14. They will likely come on to punt.
4th down, Peoria Manual.
And, Manual's got to be thinking the same thing. They're in the same boat as us, They don't have the same number. They don't have the same numbers as everybody else. Football is definitely low on the food chain in terms of sports over at Manual.
They're a basketball school.
Yeah, wholeheartedly. That's been a whole thing. Manual has been a basketball school for years, and never really puts that much focus on other sports. So, but they got some underclassmen. Build on that.
Definitely a young team looking at their roster. Tay McElroy, this punt nearly blocked, and what a punt that was. Dalen Coleman Lasdens will return it. And here's Lasdens to the 39-yard line. This may be a face mask.
Should be a face mask.
Ball down, I believe, our 33, Anthony Thornton. 31-yard punt.
31 yards, the punt. .35-yard line. I don't think it'll be a problem, but it's senior night, and this is the last game of the regular season for both teams, and the last game that many of these players will play. So you want to make sure you keep your emotions in check. Senior night, usually the chippiest game of the season, outside of crosstown rivalry games and whatnot. So I don't think it'll be a problem for Urbana so much, and I wouldn't anticipate for Manual that it would be too much of a problem either. But we saw last year on senior night.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that.
Yep, Alonzo Davis.
Yeah,
got a little
got a chippy. Yeah,
and you understand it. It's players.
And Chico as well, I believe.
Yeah. We've seen that on the basketball court too. Flag is down in the backfield. Ooh, and a nice hit there, clean hit.
15, Amari Broughton on the carry.
Amari Broughton.
Holding against Urbana.
Both of them are against Urbana. He automatically knows they're both against Urbana. Usually when you see those flags up in the backfield, it's not a good sign for the offense.
Nope. Defensive holding is a call that exists, but almost never in the backfield. Because there's no point in holding if you're in the backfield. You're trying to get away from them.
After the penalty, be 1st and 24.
1st down and 24 yards to go. So we've called games under the lights and under the bright of the sun. I think I almost prefer calling a game during the day now.
Well, I like this kind of weather. It's
beautiful.
This is perfect,
stunning night
but
for football.
I got sunburnt when we did the daylight game, so it's my problem. But
Christian Phillips brought down, didn't get anything. Well, I think I might have got a little sunburnt too.
The calves were killing me that day.
Yeah.
Red as a cherry pepper, Joey.
Happened to me my trip to the beach this summer.
Oh,
believe me,
it's definitely a problem.
It was bad.
Us pale-skinned people have.
Oh yeah, it's rough. Broughton is in motion.
So that 70 SPF with you.
Oh, it's got to be 100. Got to be 100. You're lighter than I am, though.
No. I smear it, man. And another fumbled handoff.
Fumble on the play recovered by Tad Meeker.
Meeker falls on it. 3rd and 24. I was a sports camp counselor over the summer for the Park District, and we'd have pool days. We'd go to the outdoor pool every Thursday, and we had to make sure all the kids got their sunblock. It was not uncommon to go through 3 or 4 bottles of the spray-on stuff. Every kid had to apply before getting in the pool, reapply after snack time for those who stayed for extended camp. And here's Christian Phillips. Christian Phillips.
Looks like another penalty flag.
And if this is holding, it'll likely be declined because it's going to be 4th down at least 20, maybe 21. But I just thought the lighting was cool. Watching the broadcast of the Central game, I just thought that looked better. Not that it looks bad in the lights, but.
Holding against Urbana. Penalties decline.
So 4th and 21, Urbana will punt it unless something goes catastrophically wrong. Jeremy Rumsey is back to punt. Rumsey, a senior who has contributed in a big way to this Tigers team this year. Rumsey probably my player of the game for the Centennial game. Made some very big plays that night. Set up right now at his own 25. Should be a false start against the Tigers. Illegal substitution. So it'll be 4th down and 26. We've seen the Tigers face some situations like this over the course of the season. 9:24 left. And here's Rumsey at the 20-yard line. Line of scrimmage is the 34. Low snap, does a good job of picking it up, and a good punt from Rumsey. This will not be this will be fielded by the Rams. Tay McElroy takes off with it. McElroy down the sidelines. Tay McElroy is going to return this one all the way. The touchdown that Peoria Manual wanted, and the Rams are now on the board at 16-6.
Return for a 70-yard touchdown for Ty McElroy.
Well, that's not I don't know how he did that.
Yeah,
it looked like he was going to let that one go and then just right
picked
down
it
the
up
sideline.
and flew right down the sideline. Showed off his speed.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was that fast until he has not shown that until now. I wouldn't kick it off now if I was Urbana. I would not kick it off for the rest of the game. I'd just keep onside kicking it.
No, they do that anyways.
Well, yeah. Where's my... Oh.
Looks like Manual will go for 2 here. Pretty conventional these days to go for 2. Not many teams go for field goal extra points unless, you have a designated kicker.
It's more uncommon in high school to have a kicker who can kick an extra point. We see that when we watch Urbana every week. This is thrown high, and Urbana will stay up by 10.
2-point conversion failed. Score remains Urbana 16, Peoria Manual 6.
Sure, the defense is a little disappointed, probably looking for that shutout, but that was not them. That was not them. That was a special teams unit. Could not bring them down, Thought they'd have a chance since they have them corralled on the sideline, but
Please purchase your 50/50 tickets tonight.
thought wrong.
Yeah. So now if Manual can get the onside kick here, they would be in a somewhat similar position to where Urbana was. The exception being, of course, that Manual did not convert on the 2-point conversion, whereas Urbana did. So that's something to keep an eye on. .8:52 left. to Sirion Keys to kick it off for the Rams. They're up 10, just under 9 minutes to go in the first half. And they will kick this deep. This goes to Christian Phillips, and Phillips knows his way around a return. Christian Phillips takes off. Christian Phillips finds a hole. Christian Phillips will go down the sideline. One man to beat. He is defeated, and Christian Phillips will go to the end zone. Touchdown, Urbana.
Kind of knew that was going to happen.
Yeah,
Jay, right?
I knew that when Christian Phillips got his hands on the ball. He was going to go down the sideline.
You don't kick it deep right there. I don't
Nope.
I don't know if Manuel's watched any film, but you don't kick it deep.
Christian Phillips for the touchdown.
Christian Phillips, Chico Lipscomb, Dimitri Turner-Winston, if any of those kids are back there, you do not kick it deep.
Wow.
Because they will hurt you.
Miller, if football games were only kickoff returns, we'd be undefeated these past 4 years. It's just, Urbana is a returner factory. You look at Jalen Jones, Jamin Carter, and now the new generation, Christian Phillips and Chico Lipscomb.
This year has been really special because this is the year we've had the most. I mean, we seem to have one almost every single game, it seems like. And they kick it deep, and then they figure out, oh, we can't kick it deep, so let's just onside it.
Meeker to the corner, and it's dropped by
Tyza Winston.
Tyza Winston, yep. 8:38 left. Wow.
Big play there. Another special teams touchdown. Man, I didn't know we'd see 2 special teams touchdowns here for second quarter, and we're only less than 3 minutes in. A little more than 3 minutes in.
It's 22-6. And the big thing with not converting on that 2-point conversion is that it is now, once again, a 2-score game. We'll see if that has any role on the later stages of this game, but it is a 16-point game now. I see my parents have entered the facility here at McKinley Field, and the only reason I point that out is because it is my mother's birthday, so I want to wish her a happy birthday here on the air as they approach us behind the press box, handing me a jacket. Hi. Happy birthday. What? I know it's on the air. I don't care. It's my mom. This is muffed. Will be recovered.
Surprised you haven't taken the time to support your mother's soap business.
The Right Soapery. We're at the farmers market every Saturday morning, and we do other events through the year. But the Right Soapery, handcrafted quality soaps at a price point that you are sure to love.
Is that the slogan?
No, it's just what I tell people. $5 on handcrafted bar soap. That's good luck finding a better deal elsewhere.
Sounds a little too pricey for my blood.
Well, it's more expensive than the Dial stuff or the Zest you'll find at the store, but it's good stuff. It's much better than the Dial or Zest or Body. You know, it's you get what you pay for. You seem like a Zest man.
I like my handcrafted soaps.
There you go.
I just do it homemade myself. I have
really
took a chemistry course over the summer. Now I do know how to make my own soap. So.
Okay. Yeah. It's all chemistry. That's all the process is.
It's not too difficult. Got to have some special equipment, a scapula.
Yeah.
You know.
McElroy. Manual starts this drive from their 47-yard line, and McElroy gets about half the yards needed for a first down.
Gotta have some scapula, some hot plate, a beaker, some various oils, and you're good. You're good to go, man. Whatever flavor you want to put in there.
Yeah, essential oils and fragrance oils, and
yep.
I don't know if I've ever. I don't think she uses a beaker. I mean, there are different ways to make it.
Yeah. Prefer key lime myself.
Yeah, there you go. We make a lot of lemon soaps.
Oh yeah, that'd be good too.
Yeah. But back to the action. 1st and 24, a similar situation to what we saw Urbana face just moments ago. .8:20 on the clock. Manual at the 33-yard line, so 67 yards to the end zone. And we've not seen them break off too many huge offensive plays. And over the middle, just like that, they get really close to the first down Sharp Reese Irvin.
Second about back to the original line.
Oh, rather, yep. Wrong marker there that I was looking at. Good catch.
First completed slant pass. They've tried about 5, and that one goes for a nice chunk. 15 yards.
Yep. 7:45 left.
Wonder why Manual stands so far away from the yard line. Stand quite a ways away.
They
want to keep it secret?
I
or
guess
something?
very secret. Best kept secret in town.
Unless they just yell out the play and need to be far away.
They don't know how to whisper.
Yeah.
Second down and 10. High snap and rolling to the right and overthrowing.
Covered by
Orlando's Hugan. Stephen Thompson on the
covered by Stephen Thompson.
A little bit of a late hit there from Stephen. I don't think that kind of laid into Hugan there.
Stephen loves those
playing dirty.
Yeah, after play antics, man. He's big on that.
I say that in good fun.
You say that in the best way possible,
yes.
Stephen.
Yes.
If you watch this, don't take it to heart.
Stephen has helped us with broadcasts in the past, and likely will continue to help us in the future.
Hopefully.
Well, you never know with Stephen. He's unpredictable in a good way. 7 minutes, 13 seconds left in the half. This second quarter has not gone by nearly as quickly as the first one did.
It's gone by very slow.
3rd and long. McElroy, good snap, and he has time. Rolls to his right, McElroy, he has nowhere to go. He is forced out of bounds. Helped up by those who are on the Urbana bench. So that was a loss of about 5.
Good sportsmanship by Urbana, helping up McElroy.
Loss of about 5. They needed a gain of about 10, 4th and 15. Punt unit looks to be coming on. And Quan McElroy had time on that. I thought he was going to be able to get something off. No receivers got open, and he just ran out of time.
If I was him at that point, I probably would have just thrown it away. Keep it at 4th and 9, but,
4th and 9, 4th and 10, I think that...
I'm not on the field for a reason, so...
4th and 10 maybe keeps the door open for 4-down territory.
Some trickery.
Yeah. 4th and 15 and a good punt. High punt. Josh Marshall, a senior, will return it for the Tigers and gets to inside the 40 there.
Good punts by Peoria Manual.
It was. The crowd erupted when Marshall fielded that because he was going full speed when he caught it. It looked to be...
It's a little bit after antics penalty here. After the play. Steven's clapping his hands, so I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. I'm not sure. Yep.
So it's 6:52 left in the half. This is as big an offensive drive for Urbana as it is a defensive drive for the Rams. Urbana set to receive the second half kickoff. They're up by 16 right now, so if they can make this a 3-possession game and then get a stop on defense, it would really open up the door for them to open this game up. And here's Meeker. Meeker back to Phillips. Phillips is brought down at midfield. Miller, what I think I would do here, Manuel's playing a lot of press coverage. They're getting the cornerbacks right up against the receivers. It's cover 1. They don't have anyone, no safeties back there, or rather 1 safety, so. Oh, that's tough.
No, it's like 0 safeties.
No safeties back there, yeah. Here's Chico. Spin move away from the defender, and Chico's going to take off down the sideline. Won't get back to the original line. It'll be 3rd and long.
Nice move, though, by Chico. Evade an early hit from a defender.
Yep. So, but no safeties. I mean, you look at how close they're playing to the receivers. you know they're going to bring pressure. Why not just throw Chico out on the right side? And
I mean, if you could blow by him, by him
that's what I'm
and throw
thinking.
it deep, you know. Looks like they're sagging off now, but.
Well, 3rd and long, that's the smart thing to do. Still no safeties. Looks like a
this is 4-down territory, I would imagine.
Peoria brings pressure, and
maybe
they will
not
sack
now.
Meeker. No, I would punt it here. So he'll go back to the 44-yard line. Tigers' own 44-yard line. They'll punt it. So Manuel's throwing us a lot of not much 3-4 stuff, a lot of 4-3 stuff, 4-6, a lot of 4-6 stuff tonight.
Look at you breaking out the football terms.
You know, so Tony, I'm a Cowboys guy. Tony Romo has just been fantastic in the booth. And he knows how to break down a play. So
yeah,
I'm taking a little from Tony here.
His analysis is good.
Yeah.
He gets a little.
He's got a weird voice.
Yeah,
I mean, that's not his fault. Here's Rumsey. Good punt. Lots of spinning action on that. And Rolando Brown will take it. 4:38. It's my last football game, Miller. I got to put on my color boots a little bit here.
Yeah.
Not that you don't do an excellent job on your own. Miller Calhoun on our camera tonight. It's just Miller and I. No Jason, no Steven, nobody else.
And so I hope nobody's paying attention to the scoreboard because I'm not doing a great job over here.
Mr. Nick Stowell is helping our graphics down there. And
he still hasn't brought me my water.
That's halftime. That's halftime stuff, Miller.
Looks to be texting his wife. Not paying attention to the game, but, you know, that's okay. You know, it's okay. Taking a little break.
He's earned it. Nick Stowell, a hard-working man.
And a great teacher, if I might add.
4:38. And here's Manuel. Manuel's going to pass it. It's caught. And A.J. Fox, Tobias Coleman there to make the tackle. For Landis Hugan on the reception. Manuel's just got to figure out how to make the big play.
Got one big play. They haven't had much. They've had less than 50 yards of total offense. I mean, they haven't had much going. A commotion going down there with the cheerleaders. Making some noise.
Cheerleaders wearing pink tonight. I imagine that's a breast cancer awareness thing.
I think the pink girls in the pink are the underclassmen and the girls in the black are the seniors.
Yep.
And boys too.
Brian Johnson, no gain. I think pink and orange is a pretty good color combination.
6, Brian Johnson on the carry, brought down play by
It's a very warm color combination.
Loss of 1 on the play, bring up a 3rd and 10.
Need a little black in there, but looks good.
Tigers get a stop right here, and I'd say they have one more chance. Get some points on the board.
Rainbow sherbet at Baskin-Robbins. Pink, white, and orange. One of my favorite things on the menu.
Don't know what that is. Blanking. I've never been to Baskin-Robbins.
Never been to Baskin-Robbins, really. Oh, man. 3rd and 10.
Is that like, what is that, pizza? It looks like
Ice
a fumble. It looks like a fumble, and it's recovered by Jake Luffman. And my voice just cracked. But recovered by Jake Luffman, it'll be your Tigers football. 2:56, good field position. This could be promising. But, yeah, it's
ice cream. And now when everyone goes back to watch that play, they're going to hear you not know what you're talking about. Is Baskin-Robbins pizza? What? What is that, Miller? Come on.
I'm just kidding. I know what Baskin-Robbins is. I've never been there. That was a true statement.
Okay.
But
wow.
I was just.
Oh sure. That's the excuse they all use.
Believe what you want to believe.
Oh,
man. I know what Baskin-Robbins is.
Okay. On first,
it's a sub shop.
It's attached to a Dunkin' Donuts. In Urbana it is. 2nd down and 7. Dimitri Turner-Winston gained 3.
Band is getting ready to put on a great halftime performances for some of the Seniors, it'll be their last.
Yep.
Be their last marching band performance. Want to go out with style. Pep band, coming up.
They get that Oscar Adams Gymnasium loud. And a reminder, this is our final fall athletic broadcast of the year, but we will be back on the Tigers Media Network for our winter sports season. That's boys basketball, girls basketball, wrestling, and more. That's on the Tigers Media Network this winter.
One of these years we got to. You're going to be gone, but we should have tried swimming.
We could maybe get out there for a boys swim meet this year.
That'd be interesting. I don't know anything about swimming, but
well, that would make
I
it
don't know
fun,
anything about soccer either. So
before your time, we got out here and did a track and field meet.
Oh, gee, that must have been brutal.
Girls track. It was my idea. I wanted to get out and try it.
Must have been brutal.
Just asked Jason about it. He was not a fan.
I try to watch, because you go to a track meet, you try to watch who you want to watch, and then it takes the whole time, and then you sit there for 3 hours watching random stuff that you didn't come there to see. You came to see some specific event. Right. But, great sport, though. Don't get me wrong. Great sport.
Great combination of sports. Meeker is going to find the other team, Torlandis Hugen, at the 15-yard line.
Meeker's going to,
yeah,
good one. But Christian was cutting up field there on the opposite side, doing a little wheel route, I think, and he looked like he would had a shot at being open. I don't think anybody picked him up. But
so it's 22-6, and Miller, this is a big drive for the Rams. Huge drive for the Rams. I mean,
I don't expect as long as they don't give up a huge play on the ground, I don't expect much or miss a tackle. You can't miss tackles right here.
Minute 30.
Miss tackles, and they will score. Make tackles like they've been doing for the majority of the first half. Go into the half leading 22-6.
It is a 16-point game, so theoretically, Manual could tie it up with 2 touchdowns and a nice job in the backfield by Jeremy Rumsey. A flag comes in late. Urbana calls a timeout. We'll see what the flag is. Probably holding against Manual if I had to take a guess.
Came in late, though. All right, doing the 50-50 in the first half still. Wow.
The ticket number is 654-618. 654-618. Please see Mr. Andre on the track for your winning.
So, a minute and 22 left, and as I was saying, Peoria Manual can, 89 yards on this drive, under a minute and a half left. Tall order, but I think that's what they need. They definitely can't have Urbana score before the half. That's going to present a lot of problems for them. As Manual begins to break huddle, Urbana will do the same.
Penalty was on Manual. It was declined.
Our soccer team tomorrow, 11 a.m. at Franklin Field in Champaign. They take on Centennial High School, that for the regional championship. Tigers versus the Chargers tomorrow. Not on any broadcast network, but Franklin Field, Champaign, Illinois, 11 a.m. for the regional title.
I believe I'll be there. I
will try and make it out myself. This is McElroy, and it's dropped.
McElroy's pass ball is incomplete. Intended for 6, Brian Johnson.
Manual's digging themselves a hole here. If they don't run the ball here, could be trouble. Especially backed up,
So many drop passes for Manual tonight. And Manual will take a timeout. The Tigers on Tuesday defeated Charleston High School regional semifinal to advance to tomorrow's contest. Tigers won the regional championship last year. They were eliminated in the sectional tournament. Also played here at McKinley Field last year. And I should mention to that point that the sectional tournament will be here at McKinley Field and Blackman Field. So that's
gonna broadcast any of those?
No broadcast scheduled for the sectional tournament, but
that'd be cool if we did. They made
certainly
it to the championship to go to state. We did that. That'd be.
Well, you know, I hate to correct you, but the sectional champion qualifies for super sectionals at a different site, which is, I believe, only one game. I think it essentially functions as part of, for all intents and purposes, it's part of sectionals because it's only one game as super sectionals, to my knowledge.
Anywho.
And Coach Randy Blackman, it's his final year at the helm of the Tigers team, of course. He has qualified for super sectionals 3 times, 1991, 2005, and 2012. Every time Coach Blackman has qualified for super sectionals, he has gone on to qualify for state. Obviously, most recently, 2012, the Tigers finished second in the state of Illinois, Class 2A, boys soccer. The field behind us, Blackman Field, so named in Coach Randy Blackman's honor. We wish him the best throughout the rest of his final season and the best in retirement. Still a teacher at Urbana High School, teaching driver's ed, will retire at the year's end. This is run out of bounds by McElroy on 3rd and 14. That'll stop the clock and bring up 4th and long.
Another not a great decision by McElroy there. I mean, you're trying to get the clock running. Make Urbana call a timeout. I think you got to slide there and get down. Don't run out of bounds because that stops the clock and acts as a timeout. You gotta know the situation. Good for Urbana, but not the right. I don't think their coach. I think their coach is talking to him right now about that. He doesn't. It's not the smart. Not the smart play.
McElroy to the sidelines. And Tay McElroy will punt it. Man, Manual takes a timeout. This second quarter is just
never ending,
dragging along. But it is all good because we can continue to talk about the soccer team. They were featured on the News Gazette Preps podcast last Thursday. A lot of optimism for the soccer team heading into their regional championship game tomorrow and anything beyond that. It's Magnus Parente, Sam Aaron, Bennett Anderson, Artem Burnett, some key leadership for that team. And we're ready to see the Manual punt. 4th down and 11. This nearly blocked by Luffman. Takes a good bounce, no return. Back to return was number 21, Adrian Franklin. Or rather, for Urbana, it would have been. I don't know who's back to return for Urbana. So, yep, Adrian Franklin was a Ram. Lateef Bridgewater. You can go on and on with mentioning soccer players who are good.
Pablo Diaz.
Pablo Diaz, a junior. Yep. Minute and 6 left here. Urbana, 41 yards to the end zone, and it's Meeker throwing to Chico. Chico Lipscomb has the speed, but he's brought down for a first down. That'll stop the clock. 59.2 on the board. And what works in Manual's favor is Urbana does not have a field goal kicker. So if Manual can keep Urbana out of the end zone here, they're in good shape. They don't have to worry about field goal range or any of that stuff. Here's Meeker rolling to his right. Jake Meeker evading pressure, brought down for a small loss. The Tigers have 1 timeout left, as do the Rams. They will use it here with 45 seconds flat on the clock. Yet another stoppage of play. Feels like the last 3 minutes of an NBA game. 45 seconds
yes.
left. Man, that's crazy how they take so long to finish a game.
Oh, yes, the last 30 seconds of any basketball game.
Definitely.
That's within 10 points.
Yeah. As the cheerleaders cheer.
There's a point in time where doing that is over excessive. You know, if you're
Fouling is?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're down by a certain amount of time, just no point.
No.
I mean, if you're gonna try your best to try and win it there, you should have been trying earlier in the game, not in the last 30 seconds. Should have been doing that in the beginning of the game.
Yeah. 45 seconds, as I mentioned. No decimals on the clock. 28 yards to go for Urbana. They will start out of the timeout with a 2nd down and 12. These 2-minute situations, something they have worked on since the Central game. This pass intended for Chico sails on him a bit, and it goes out of bounds and complete 3rd and 12. 41-5 on the clock, 3rd and long. If you're Manual, you've got to anticipate a pass here. Try and jump it, try and do something, because Manual, they haven't scored on offense. I think see a pass coming here, and you've got to do something. This is thrown short, tipped up, incomplete.
4th down.
Good pass defense, and this is certainly 4th down territory beyond a doubt here, Miller.
Mm-hmm. And if you're going to throw a jump ball, that's the guy you want to throw it to, Jerome Rao. Give him a shot. A little underthrown. Good play though by the DB.
36-2 on the clock. 4th and 12. Meeker looks to the sideline for an audible. No safeties for Manual. I throw it right over the middle if I'm Meeker here. Instead, he throws to Chico over the middle for a touchdown. Well, there you go. Touchdown Urbana, Chico Lipscomb. It's 28-6 with just over 30 seconds left in the half.
Nice route by Chico right up the seam. Good throw by Meeker. And leads to 6. That's a huge score right there.
Huge score.
Extends the lead. And we get the ball. We deferred, so we'll take it first possession. Put it out of reach.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully we can convert this 2-point right here. You know.
Man in motion, Chico Lipscomb. And Meeker rolls out to his left, goes, and it is sailed. It was intended there for said Dimitri Turner-Winston, or Wathera.
That would be Meach.
Yep, Dimitri Turner-Winston, the intended target. So 28 to 6, 22-point game. Cheerleaders getting a workout down there.
Yes.
Cheerleaders do kicks, and for every point scored, similar to what the Illini cheerleaders do with push-ups.
Boys are supposed to be doing push-ups, but Kjartan dropped out on that one. He said, I'll just do jumping jacks.
Slacking.
At least do the kicks, Kjartan. Come on. The other male cheerleader was doing the push-ups.
Kion or Quan?
I'm not sure.
$30 on the clock. You think we'll see an onside kick here? Why not?
I would assume a squib myself, but yeah.
There's a squib from Macharo. Fielded by
Just don't let him get to the outside. There you go. Good tackle.
For Landis Hugan on the return. 24 seconds left for Manual to try and get to the end zone. 3-score game, 22-point game, 28-6 favoring Urbana.
A 16-yard return. First and 10 from the 37.
Don't expect much here from Manual. They haven't generated much offense to this point. I don't expect big explosion, but I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong.
Jalen Jones of Urbana always used to score right before the half. Did that once, I think it was on homecoming night, 2015, so we'll see.
Mr. Luffman is always fired up.
Urbana's got like a 3-4-4 thing going here. Prevent defense, and they're still going to get into the backfield. This is completed.
Good tackle to keep him in bounds.
Manual can't get out of bounds, but they have a timeout.
Tackle by Jake Luffman to keep him in bounds. He'll take the timeout.
How did Urbana do that? 3-man rush. Prevent, I mean, they still got back there. That's crazy.
Obviously, Manual wasn't blocking correctly. Because that should never happen. Unless, you know, it's been 30 seconds and then, you know, you guys get tired.
They're going to put an extra second on the clock here. So 15 seconds on the board. It'll be second down and 2 out of the gates.
Oh, now it's 1.6. Trying to get it to 16. There you go.
16 on the clock. Same formation for Urbana. They will blitz 3. New quarterback in, Jakari Robertson. Robertson's going to take off. He's got to find the sideline. He'll do it at the 46-yard line. 46 yards for Manual to go and about 9.5 seconds for them to do that. So, Miller, you might be able to get one more play off that goes towards the sideline. But if you don't get out of bounds, half's over.
Yep.
I don't think you can get it to the end zone from here. And I think if you do want to do the hook and ladder play with a bunch of laterals, it's too early to go to that. That's a risky play, though, right before the half.
It is risky. Hail Mary's also risky in that sense because it could get it picked off and returned.
Well, if it's thrown near the end zone, seldom is that a return. We'll see. This is still Robertson going out, and it sails on Orlando Brown. 4.8 left.
I'll have another play.
Manual can get one more play off. Unless there should be a defensive penalty, this is going to end the half.
There is a defense. There is an offensive penalty. 10-second runoff. No,
Nope.
Just kidding.
No 10-second runoff when the clock is stopped. So same situation, except they'll back it up 10. And the ball will be on the 43-yard line of Manual. Just under 5 seconds left. Urbana, 3 linemen, 3 linebackers, 5 safeties. And this is a high snap. It's recovered by Manual. Manual's going to chuck it deep as they can go to Rolando Brown. The clock expires. And that's the half. Urbana in a great position entering the locker room on this senior night 2017. Your score at halftime, Urbana 28, Manual 7. Enjoy the performance from the Tiger Marching Band. We will be back in about 20 minutes on the Tigers Media Network. And just seconds away from the second half kickoff. The Tigers enter the second half up 28-6. It is senior night for this Tiger football team. I'm Joey Wright. My final Urbana High School football game, joined by junior Miller Calhoun. Miller, you've still got a season left to go, and if the Tigers keep playing like they are tonight, you know, they might be pretty good next season.
Yeah, it's definitely hope for the future. Coach Walker going to return for his second year, see what he can do, how the progressions this team can make. But most important thing is to close out the second half and end on a good note. Don't want any bad things that'll stay with the team over the long off season, you know.
Definitely. The Tigers go into the second half up 3 scores. It is a 22-point game. 12 minutes are on the clock. We are just about set for the second half kickoff. Seniors for the Tiger Marching Band were honored during the halftime break. Pretty good, healthy senior class for this TMB this season. Probably 15, 20 seniors were honored on the football field, so that's always nice to see. Manual set to kick off the second half in what it has gotten a lot chillier up here since we entered into the press box at the end of the first half. But 24 minutes of action left.
See if they kick it off again. Okay, they do.
So a little squib kick here, and this will be picked up by, fallen on by Dimitri Turner-Winston. Christian Phillips has returned to kick already tonight. So,
in case you're just joining us, you missed that spectacular event.
It was a pretty good return.
It was.
So, Urbana starts at the 27-yard line. 67 yards to go. Rather, 77 yards to go. And it's Meeker pitching it back to Christian Phillips. And Christian Phillips has the strength to keep going through some tackles to the 35-yard line.
Expect a heavy workload in this second half with the running backs. Wind this clock down. Take their shots when they get them, but expect a heavy dose of the run.
And here, speaking of which, Dimitri Turner-Winston across midfield for a first down.
Dimitri Turner-Winston on the carry. First down, Tigers.
PA announcer sounds pretty excited.
Yeah, definitely. 11-24. First down. Shotgun formation. It's Meeker back there with Lipscomb and Turner-Winston. And pitch back to Chico. Chico to the outside. Chico Lipscomb for a first down. Perhaps we'll see where he got out of bounds in relation to the marker. It's going to be close. Referee standing right where the marker was dropped. That is at the 36 and a half. They're going to have to measure this one. This is going to be close. First down, no measurement needed, but it was really close. And that went against us early in the game. Goes for us early in the second half. Man in motion, Christian Phillips. Handoff to Turner-Winston. Winston gains a few. It'll be second down and medium. Sean Wright on the tackle.
Gain of 3 on the play, bring up second 7.
And Meeker going deep. Chico Lipscomb is deep to catch it. Touchdown, Urbana, 33 yards. Meeker to Lipscomb. The Tigers up 34-6.
Nice pass. Another great route by Chico, right up the seam again.
We saw almost
similar play.
Almost that same play go for a touchdown earlier.
Yeah. And it's working. I mean, Chico's blowing by the defender. Meeker's lobbing it up, putting it right in his bread basket. Easy 6.
The Tigers beginning to open it up, something that they have never been able to do here at McKinley Field since we've been here. 10:40 left. And stuffed is Turner Winston. So it's going to be 34-6 after the two-point conversion. Tigers up by 28. 4-score game with 10:40 to go. So obviously you never like to call a game over before it's over, but the Tigers, you know, they have not won a home game since October 11th, 2013 against Decatur Eisenhower. And it's beginning to look like we are on the path to getting that first home win. And that's something that I have been looking forward to for 4 years, and it just has eluded us. But now it looks like on this final home game of my high school career and the final home game of so many high schoolers' careers, the Tigers will end the heartbreak, push through, break the streak, and finally do it. And you know, I was telling myself before the game I wasn't quite sure how this was going to be. I wasn't sure if I would get emotional or if I probably will not cry. I'll tell you that. But you know, it's going to feel pretty good if we can get this win. An onside kick. It's on the ground. I think Mike Maboyo had it, perhaps lost it. We'll see who they give the ball to. Urbana says they have it.
I don't think
Manual doesn't think they have it. It's going to be Urbana's football. Urbana recovers the onside kick.
The kicker recovers the onside kick. You never see that. Jeremy Machar recovered the onside kick. In the student
what was that chant for?
We want Destin.
Destin Lembelembe and
number 9,
a
Destin
fan favorite.
Definitely gets his team pumped up. He's
on the sideline there where you can see him high-fiving and
positive energy. You know, he definitely serves his purpose, you know.
Might have a lot of Rudy moments towards the end of this one. Remember what I was telling you early in the game, where we might see some linemen get some chances. This is Lavoy Young, his first carry of the game, and he gains 4 or 5.
Another score will be getting close to running clock here.
40 points.
40 points, and we're up 28 right now, 2 scores. I've lost track of how many times Manual has either lost the onside kick or fumbled. It's been a tough night for them.
Often they've fumbled, not lost it. Intended for Christian, he couldn't quite catch it.
Incomplete, intended for 7, Christian Phillips, bring up a 3rd and 5.
10 minutes and 2 seconds left. This game was Matt Daniels, one of the games this game was one of the games the News Gazette did pick him for this week, and this was the pick of Matt Daniels. This was the pick of, I think, 3 or 4 other columnists. Some of them picked Manual. I think it was close to a 50-50 split. Mike Maboyo down the sidelines will get the first down.
Tad Meeker's pass complete to 4, Mike Maboyo. Run out of bounds by 7.
So ball's at the 35-yard line. Good for a first down.
Disappointing for whoever picked Peoria Manual. They're looking not real smart right now.
No, but those guys have a pretty good track record of calling the games correctly. So Maboyo down the sidelines. Can't quite shed the tackle. He is rolled out of bounds.
Tad Meeker's pass complete to 4, Mike Maboyo. Run out of bounds by 7.
Good for the first.
Good gain, though.
Oh, yeah, big gain. I didn't realize he gained quite that many yards until looked up and saw where he was out in relation to the markers. Chance of Destin increasing. And this is going to the end zone, intercepted at the 1-yard line. Number 5, Quan McElroy, Manual's quarterback, at least quarterback for most.
It was well underthrown off his back foot. Meeker's just got to eat that one.
I think so. He didn't quite get enough on that to get it to the end zone.
You either got to eat that one or put a little more juice on it, because that one was never had a chance.
.940. So Manual will take over at the 7, 93 yards to go on this drive, and Miller, you know, as much as I want Urbana to win this game, it's not over. In high school football, you can see anything happen, but Manual has not done anything on offense tonight. Their touchdown came by way of a return. So this is a big drive for them. And really, you know, I never like to make something sound more dramatic than it is, but the game rests on this drive for the Rams, and they're going to have a delay of game. Unless they got the... Are they going to give them the timeout? Nope, false start against Peoria Manual. So,
nope. Against Urbana.
Really, the
Major League Baseball after 5 innings. Houston 3-0.
Okay, so that's a play you can't have happen for Urbana. That would have been a false start, or not a false start, a delay of game. McElroy pitched back to his.
This kid is
similarly
really fast.
named Tay McElroy down the sidelines. Flag is down. We'll see. 2 flags are down on the play.
That kid
Tay
is
McElroy.
really fast.
He is very quick.
This kid, that's the same person who returned the punt return.
Yep.
If you were watching.
9:33 left, and this one is going to go against the Rams.
Holding against Urbana.
So it'll be first down and long, 1st and 9 from the 8-yard line. 9:33 left. More chance of Destin.
I don't know about that one.
No, not now. You got to wait until we're up a little more.
I was meaning I don't know about that in the whole game. I don't know if he's gonna see the field.
I think Coach Walker might be a little liberal with who he puts in. I mean, we'll see.
Brought down the play by 13, Joshua Marshall.
Josh Marshall, a senior on the tackle. 2nd down and 2 from the 15.
Bring up a 2nd and 2 from the 15 for Peoria Manual. Other scores tonight: Danville leads Bloomington 20-9.
Danville up on Bloomington 20-9.
Champaign Centennial 10.
Richwood's up on Centennial 28-10.
Champaign Central 13.
Who's beating Central?
Community.
Normal Community up big on Central.
Community probably have a good shot at state title this year, as they're highly ranked.
Big aspirations for the Ironmen.
Undefeated. That's
this
a
is
fumble.
a fumble. This is going to go into the end zone. It'll be... No, McElroy's going to get out of the end zone and go up the sideline, break a few tackles, and almost get to the 1st down. Check that. That wasn't McElroy. That was Brian Johnson.
It was a 1st down.
6, Brian Johnson on the carry.
2 players are down. Brian Johnson slow to get up. Player down for Urbana, can't get a number on him. The official standing in the way. But you're right, they will move the chains on that a 1st down. All the Tigers taking a knee. It's Josh Marshall down.
That's Steven.
A.J. Fox. That's
Steven.
Steven. That's Steven. You're right. Oh.
Could tell by those socks.
Yeah. It looked like 13, and then it looked like 42. Yeah, no, you're correct. That's Steven. Someone is just laughing hysterically in the stands. I'm not... Steven's probably laughing at himself, though. It's just looks like a stinger there. I don't like to speculate, but he doesn't look to be in too much pain. I'm not really sure what the injury could be.
Looks a little confused.
Yeah.
Bell got rung, probably.
Likely. Up the middle, Brian Johnson. No, check that. Sean Wright. Sean Wright again, a few, and a flag comes in.
Never thought you could get a first down on a botched snap that almost should have went for a safety. Got a first down on that play, Joey, believe it or not.
Brian Johnson's got some wheels on him too now. That's what we've just learned.
Personal foul against Urbana.
Urbana personal foul. We'll give Manual the first. And this is where you got to keep your emotions in check if you're Urbana. You're still in control of this game. 28-point lead. No need in going out and putting anything in jeopardy whatsoever. You just get this drive over with, no matter the outcome, touchdown, turnover, whatever. Get back on offense, take back control. No need for any late hits or any pizzazz. Make the play, but leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Kybers in the house tonight. This pass is incomplete. Okay, Tyler Kybers. Yeah. Huh?
What?
Tyler wanted to come up here.
No, does he want to go? Does he want to go on the mic? Because I can step out for a few minutes.
Wrong door.
He's going in the wrong door.
He's going in the wrong door to the press box. That's not
the
right
wrong
door.
Oh. Oh,
man.
buddy.
It's the door right in front of you there, Tyler. There you go. It's that door. It's that door. Come on, man.
Oh, man.
Up the ladder. There you go.
Sure, I'll give him the mic here.
Okay. Yeah. Much appreciated.
Yep. Focus on the camera since I've been
multitasking.
Grueling it the whole game.
Huh? Yeah. Can we get on the mic? And we are joined now on the Tigers Media Network by Tyler Kybers. Tyler, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Joey?
Pretty good. Tyler, the quarterback for Urbana last season, has since gone on to college. And tell us what's going on in your world right now, Tyler.
I play football at the College of DuPage.
Mm-hmm.
It is a school in Chicago, and we are 5-2, and I'm trying to go to the U of I next semester because once you go from a JUCO, you go to a bigger school, and the U of I has been looking at me ever since I went there.
Right.
So, but I wanted to see the Tigers come out and actually, win a game.
Definitely. Well, Peoria Manual is a good opponent for that. This ball is going deep, and it's caught by Manual. Just as you say that, a big reception. That's Sharpreece Irvin for the Rams. First and 10 now. They'll be inside the 25. But, yeah, Urbana is in control of this one. Up 28 points right now, 34-6.
Yeah, it was a good game to go to.
Yeah, definitely. Now, what's Manual looking to do here? They're down big, but this game's not over. So
I see Manual trying to pass the ball a lot. Give it to the big receiver, number 11, most likely.
11 is Alex Randall. He's a sophomore. And we'll see. Ball's on the 25.
I thought their quarterback had a nice arm too.
Yeah.
They didn't utilize him as much as I would have. It seemed like he could throw it a little bit deeper.
Definitely. Here's McElroy dropping back under pressure, and he's going to go to the end zone just as you say that. Ooh. Overthrew Irvin just a little bit. That'll set up second down and long. So just under 6.5 minutes here in the third quarter. And have you been keeping in touch with the Tigers this season much?
A little bit. I went to the Danville game too.
Okay.
Because this week we have a bye, and during the Danville game we had a bye too. But that one wasn't very pretty.
No, not quite as entertaining. But they kept that one close.
They kept it close, but I don't know. I saw Christian Phillips in at quarterback, and then they put Meeker in at quarterback. Yep. But I thought Christian was doing very well versus that kind of team, but they kept Meeker in, so. But I think they both have their strengths. I think that you've probably seen a lot of it this year.
Certainly, as this ball rushed for a small gain. Meeker, more of a game manager. He's better at, just getting the job done, short receptions, doing what you need to do. Christian, playmaker. Christian can get done what you need to get done for a big gain, make plays with his legs as well as his arm.
I think Christian will probably be the top player in the area within the next 2 years. He's only a sophomore, and he probably the fastest player on the team by far, with his mom being like a track star and growing up like with the whole track everything, you know. And he's been working out and stuff like that. So I think Christian probably by his senior year, he should be unstoppable.
I don't disagree with you. I mean, far and away the most athletic player on this team. And that's not a knock against any other athlete for us. It's just Christian is, for his age, the best Tigers athlete, as this is going to be close to a first down. About 5.5 minutes left, and they're going to move the chains. This will be first down and 10, just outside the 10-yard line. I'm not very photogenic here. As it's pretty good.
It's a pretty good pick.
Yeah. Snapchat. Derek Peterson is up here with you. Derek played soccer last year, and of course the soccer team in action tomorrow against Centennial.
Are you going to go to that game?
I am thinking very strong about going to that game. If I have the car, I'll be there. Flag is down on this one. That game at 11 o'clock, Franklin Field in Champaign for the regional championship.
So what was that? What was the thing you did for the News Gazette?
I'm their high school confidential correspondent.
Yeah,
so
I've been tweeting for you, getting your pub.
there you go. I appreciate that. I see you retweet my work.
I do.
Like my work every so often. So
only the best, you know. I gotta support.
right.
Yeah.
High standard. Yeah. And I try to deliver only the best quality to my.
Yeah, you have a really good voice for
I appreciate
doing
that.
this.
Yeah. You're not bad yourself.
I don't think mine sounds as good.
Oh,
You
sounds
sound like you'd be on ESPN.
I appreciate that. That's
Hey, we're on UPTV though, right?
Urbana Public Television. There you go. NFHS Network as well. Our live crowd.
Have you done all the home games this year?
All the home games.
Any away?
No away games this year. We did the Central game last year.
Yeah, the Central game, that was like my favorite game.
Yeah.
For
half of it. The first half was entertaining.
First half was really cool.
Yeah. Quan McElroy gets sacked here, so it'll be a big loss.
There we go.
Huge loss, in fact. It's going to be second and about 30.
Be nice to see
20.
a shutout, but they scored on us.
Yeah. And that score came on a very athletic punt return from Tay McElroy.
Oh, really?
A little late picking up the ball, but then he just flew down the sidelines.
Yeah. I think that school has athletes. I mean, you see Peoria High doing so well and Peoria Notre Dame doing so well. You're surprised that Manual can't have a few, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and their basketball
Manual's a
team.
basketball school. Miller and I were talking about that earlier. You just look at their history, and especially in the 90s, they were just
insanely good.
Oh, yeah. Like 4 consecutive state titles, I believe.
Yeah.
In the 1990s, so. Yeah, the whole Peoria high school athletics scene is really pretty good.
Got to get another.
Right.
It feels a lot different from up here compared to being on the sideline.
Definitely. Great view.
It is a good view, actually.
Great
It looks
view
very
from the top of
cool.
the press box.
It makes the field look really nice. Oh, yeah.
Timeout called by Manual. Looks good under the lights, and it looked good the Central broadcast.
A lot of streaks here.
I do. I have quite the following on Snapchat.
I see Joey pulling with the ladies.
Oh, psh. Just I have streaks with.
What? No.
I have streaks with everybody.
It's the voice. It's the announcer voice that he gets with the girls.
Right. Gets to everyone.
They hear it on the TV, and they're
there.
there.
So 3:59 left. And this is a big play for Manual here, Tyler. Second down and 20. Do you try to get it all back here, or do you just try to go for a short gain, get some of it back, set up a 3rd and short?
Yeah, I tried to get like a little hitch route maybe. Probably. I mean, unless right now it looks like they're playing cover 0, so I try to throw it over the middle. Let's see if they do it to number 9. Right there, number 1.
McElroy didn't have enough time, and a flag is down. It'll probably be holding against Manual.
Who's number 1 here?
Number 1 is
Tay McElroy. Oh,
not sure if there's any relation between the McElroys, but they're both pretty athletic.
Yeah, he was wide open on that. Tay was. I'm surprised he ran out of bounds. If that was me, I would have thrown it away somewhere at least. Looks like Tigers got him back even more.
penalty was declined, so it'll still be 3rd and 21. 4-down territory here, though.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
I like little Meech at the end here with the
yeah, there you go. He's powerful.
He is powerful. He can squat a lot. It's like I mean, I guess he doesn't have to go down as far, but he's got one of the strongest squats I've ever seen.
Yeah. And that serves him well when he runs the ball. Such a low center of gravity, really tough to bring down. Almost a Maurice Jones-Drew sort of.
Yeah, that's who reminds me of Maurice Jones-Drew.
So 3:53 left, 3rd down and 28.
Oh, wow.
McElroy, a little bootleg to the left. He's going to throw to the end zone, and he overthrew his man, Jakari Robertson.
Wow.
That's probably the best chance Manual was going to get.
That's one that if you're the quarterback for Manual, you wanna take that back a little bit.
Yeah.
Looks like he rushed into his throw, didn't set up at all, and ended up way overthrowing him. But the receiver also didn't do a very good job of staying, going up the field. He stopped like he was a comeback, even though he was trying to run a out and up.
So you're saying a little miscommunication between.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't know where he was throwing the ball. Like the receiver didn't know where the quarterback wanted to throw the ball because the corner came up because he saw the quarterback running, and I think he thought it was a speed option. So then I guess I don't know if the receiver just couldn't see or what happened.
Right. Urbana's only going to bring 3 here. 3 on the line. High snap. McElroy does a good job of adapting. Luffman, good rush from the outside. Incomplete. And the Tigers will take over on downs at their own 32-yard line. And you've got to figure if the Tigers can go get a score on this drive, that will probably do it. .342 in the 3rd quarter.
Maybe we'll see all the backups get in as well.
So, Jake Luffman was telling me that Coach Walker told him if the Tigers are up by 21 or more, 3 minutes left in the game, he'll bring all of his senior linemen in for a rush.
Oh, really?
1 each, and whoever gets most yards gets to stay in. Now,
really?
It's just going off of what Jake told me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely interested to see if that rings true.
In college, we have a play where we put our biggest guy in at fullback on the goal line, and he's about 300 pounds, and put him in, and then he rushes through the defense. We still give it to our running back, but it does pretty well.
Sort of like a William Perry.
Yeah, exactly.
Refrigerator,
exactly.
85 Super Bowl.
Yeah.
William Perry's like 400 pounds. That dude was big.
Yeah, he was very. Didn't they call him the fridge?
The refrigerator.
Refrigerator.
Yep. Meeker's going to be brought down, but gains a few on that.
I think the closest thing we have to the fridge would be Bubby.
Yeah,
Big Bubby.
Smith.
Yeah.
I want to see here. Just look at the weights on the roster. Trinell Hartfield's pretty big.
Oh, yeah, Trinell.
I would say Trinell would be.
Twin Towers.
Yeah.
Put both of them in. A little wing T.
There you go. Jake in at tight end.
Yeah.
I think Jake would do well at tight end.
He could do pretty well. He's not the fastest.
No, but he's big. He's strong, reliable.
Yeah. He's
sort of like a Jason Witten type would be.
Yeah. He's gotten a little skinnier too this year. Actually, he looks a little bit thinner.
Yeah.
But he was a good center last year. Actually, if you look at our line last year at the beginning of the year, we probably had one of the biggest lines ever like that we've had. You know what I mean? Our average weight was like 280 or something.
Dale Coleman Lasden's gains a few. Coach Watson going into last year was really optimistic that the line would do a good job, and didn't quite pan out that way. But
yeah, we even won our 7-on-7 for the first time.
Yeah,
and then we played. I told myself if we beat Normal Community last year at the beginning of the year that we would be really good, and that because I knew if we didn't win that game, that everybody would become like not optimistic anymore. You know.
That's just how high school goes. You always want to win the opener. Chico Lipscomb gets the first and keeps going out of bounds. But and obviously did not go very well at all against the Community last year. At their place. I got to tell you though, the Centennial game that next week, one of the coolest games I've ever done. Just
really?
The atmosphere of that. I mean.
Oh my God.
Packed house, marching line. I was here.
It was perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I still remember watching the game from your point of view and everything, and the first touchdown we had and everything.
No, he's gonna throw it. That's Alonzo Davis. Here's Johnny with Thera for Urbana. Pushed past the first down marker.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounded like. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite calls myself.
Yeah, that was cool. And yeah, Alonzo was a good receiver too. I wonder I haven't heard anything from Alonzo in a while, and I'd like of all the players, he could have played college probably.
Yeah.
But
definitely along with Jamon, probably your favorite target last year.
Yeah.
Jamon was a fantastic tight end.
yeah, he was just so reliant.
Jerome Rowell had some big plays against Central a few weeks ago.
Jerome plays receiver?
Yep. Receiver and defense.
Last year, Jerome was a lineman starting at the O-line.
He's quick enough to play the receiver position.
Really?
Yeah. Inside of 2 minutes to go in the third.
Come on, Meeker.
And Meeker will get back to the line. So what do you do here on third and short? You just run the ball?
Yeah, I would try to give it to the back, not a quarterback draw again though. If not, just do something up the gut.
We'll see. Looks like that's Lavoy Young in at running back. Man in motion here. And stuffed.
I think we may have got it. It looks very close.
We'll see. They might have to measure that one. It'll be 4th and 1. Stopped a yard short. So we'll see. 4th down and 1 inside of a minute left in the third.
Down here, I'd probably just run a little bit quarterback draw, but
someone jumped. And that's going to give Urbana the first down.
First down, Urbana.
Encroachment against the Rams.
Has Michael Mboyo been playing receiver this year?
He has, and he's done a pretty good job with it.
He was actually one of my favorite. He was my favorite like young target.
Yeah.
He had versus Peoria Notre Dame. I remember he came out and played really well.
That Peoria Notre Dame game, the whole offense played pretty well.
Yeah, I thought we were going to win that game. I mean, I thought we were going to win every game, but.
Well, there you go. That's how a quarterback should think.
Yeah. That game especially, I remember the first play, we had like an 80-yard touchdown or something like that to Alonzo.
Lavoy Young gains a few. Chico has shifted. He was more of a running back last year. Now he's more of a receiver.
Yeah, he's also like next year, if he adds a little bit of weight, he can be the best or like one of the best players in the Big 12.
Yeah, he's got the speed.
Yeah, he's crazy fast.
5-yard face mask against Levante Mooney. So under 30 seconds to go. Clock begins to run. Man in motion, it's Chico. To the left side goes Meeker. Meeker doesn't have much space. He's brought down. And that could end up being the final play of the quarter. And it looks like it will be.
Yeah. We have a lot of designated quarterback draws into the offense.
Definitely. And those plays, it'd be fun to see Christian execute them.
Yeah, it'd be fun to see Christian execute because I haven't seen one that was executed of more than a yard by Meeker, but
really fits Christian's style.
So. Yes, yeah.
That's the end of the third quarter. Urbana up 34-6. So Tyler, thank you so much for swinging by.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Good luck at the college.
Thank you.
Page. That's Tyler Kybers, everybody, Urbana's former quarterback, now in the middle of his career as a college quarterback. So we go back to Miller Calhoun, and Miller was able to switch to the camera there for just a little bit. Miller, always nice to have an alumni come and join us. And Tyler, obviously, a great football mind, knows his stuff.
Yep. Needed that break.
See you, Tyler. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for swinging by, man.
Really needed that break.
Yeah, no, you seemed to be running on fumes there first 6 minutes of the quarter.
Yeah.
So now you're back and ready to go.
Still didn't really do too well at the camera, though.
Ah, come on.
Not my specialty, man. It's a great broadcast, but the camera really might be bad. You might have to watch this because some of it's man. Last quarter, man.
Final quarter.
Final quarter of the season.
Career.
Final quarter of your high school football career. Final quarter of your high school football broadcasting career.
Soak it all in.
Pretty confident to say this is going to turn out in Urbana. Urbana win. First time in a long time at this great field that we enjoyed to have call home.
And here we go. Lavoy Young, first down. And you know, I'm struggling with how to play this because it's not by any means my final broadcast. That will be a quiet baseball game in many months, but
oh man, that'll be depressing, especially if we're losing 20-0 again in the rain. That was one of the greatest memories I have of broadcasting.
Oh man.
27-0.
28-0. 4 touchdowns
in the rain, pouring rain.
That was something.
Oh man.
But yeah, no, it'll be some baseball game a ways down the road in my final broadcast.
That's when you'll shed a tear.
That's when I might shed a tear. You know, this is the final football game that I will broadcast, final Urbana game that I will broadcast as a high schooler. You never know what the playoff assignments are going to be. You know, we might be out in action next weekend. Who knows? But, you know, so many memories having broadcast the Tigers for 4 years. Lavoy Young up the middle. Pio's going to push him forward. He's inside the 5. I just remember getting my start freshman year. Abram Washington, Ricardo Vargas, Stanley Godia, Gavin Campbell. Those were the faces when I burst onto the scene many years ago, and they taught me a few things. They had a great time, that group did, especially Abrick and Stan. This is to the end zone. Touchdown, Urbana! I think that's Jerome who made the catch. Johnny Wathera comes down with the ball.
Johnny boy, the senior.
Johnny Hollywood comes down, makes the catch, and with 10 minutes and 32 seconds left, it's 40-6.
Yeah, see, I just missed that touchdown. Yeah. Well, sorry, viewers. Can't say I'm good at cameraman.
So 10.5 minutes left. Urbana up 40-6, 1 touchdown away from going up 40-0. And Lavoy Young right up the gut. It's 42-6. Urbana now up by 36.
And the cheerleaders are going to have lots of jump kicks here.
Yep.
Let's get it going. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and let's go.
And the cheerleaders are off. But Abram, Ricardo, and Stanley, you know, they taught me a lot. Just, you know, they had fun. They had a good time. Sophomore year, really just the Joey Wright show. I remember calling a few of these games. Called one of them alone. Called one of them with Abram. Called 2 of them with James Trask. And James did a pretty good job on the mic. Junior year, you came along, and you know, the gold standard, as I like to say. Do such a good job on the mic.
I'll never forget that day you came up to me after the 8th grade basketball game, and you were like, "You know, Miller, you should help me out with this." And
right.
I thought about it. Well, and it wasn't until sophomore. No, it was it freshman year?
It was your freshman year for basketball, not until your sophomore year for football. Because I remember 8th grade night, when you were on the basketball team, you said you wanted to go into sports broadcasting.
Yeah.
And as your
this
future
is true.
career, and I took note of that.
You jumped all over that one.
Yeah, because I knew I'd need the help, and flag is down as that kick goes out of bounds.
And then we didn't really know each other at that point. I knew you as the night owl.
Yeah, that was when I went by in middle school doing the morning announcements. Really, the first words we really spoke to each other were on the mic, on the air. Urbana versus Peoria Notre Dame in basketball so many years ago.
Yeah.
2015. And the rest is history. But you'll be on the basketball team this year, so
yeah,
more than likely.
It'll be different. It'll be a change not being there with you.
In-game reporter, perhaps. Have you mic'd up?
Pull a George Springer in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Talk to me while I'm on the 3-point. Oh yeah, I'm about ready to shoot this ball, Joey. Just watch this go through. Yeah.
What's going on, Miller? Hey, shut up, Joey. I'm trying to play.
try to.
That's a 1-point game with
here.
1-point game with 20 seconds left. Sharpreece Irvin went up and got it. Stayed up. Brought down just short of midfield.
They're going to start chanting, "We want Destin." Here goes Luke. Luke Luffman.
Luke Luffman, Jake's brother, committed to the University of Illinois for wrestling.
Organizing the chant.
Chants of "We want Destin."
We Destin. We want
Destin, a junior. 10 minutes left in the season. And this snap fumbled. And Jake Luffman the sack. Seniors for Urbana: Johnny Withera, Dimitri Turner-Winston, Josh Marshall, Antonio Galarza Miller, he goes by Tony, Kilpatrick Butler, Dalen Crawford Lasdens, Jeremy Rumsey, AJ Fox, James Browning, Dantes Hobbs, Jerry Green, and Bubby Smith and Turnell Hartfield.
Lots of seniors.
A lot of seniors. And, yeah, Nick Galarza Miller as well. Incorrectly listed as a junior here on the roster. Tigers are coached by Ordell Walker. Assistants Adam Bylon, Markel Watson, Jermaine Adams, Jalen Wilson, and Chase Andre. Manual takes a timeout. And, you know, Tyler mentioned when he was on the air, a lot of these underclassmen and juniors, Christian and Chico, they can bulk up next year and they can be some of the best players in the area. Especially Chico, or rather, well, Chico and Christian have great potential between the two of them.
Me and Mike Maboyo.
Mike Maboyo, Jerome Rowell.
Yeah. Jerome's come onto the scene here. He's burst onto the scene really after that Central game. You know, he started becoming a bigger role in the offense. Mike Maboyo had a big role early in the year and late last year. Has kind of disappeared a little bit as we've gone and come to the near end of the season. But you know, he's destined for a nice year next year, along with Steven, you know, if he decides to stick with football. And
second down and 20 for Manual. Steven Thompson, of course. Lavoy Young. Chance of I believe that we will win in the Paw Pack, and
I think we will win.
I believe that too.
Yeah, that's a safe assumption.
What a feeling it is in the air.
Yeah.
Urbana.
It would, you know, I hate to ruin this mood of, you know, first home win, you know, and all that, first win of the season, but it would have just been so much sweeter against Central. I hate to bring it up.
No, it would have been, but you know, that loss built some character.
You know, it would have been special.
Would have been very special, but you take what you can get. Central fought. I mean, that Central game, as this pass is just way overthrown. That's a game that I don't really believe we deserve to lose, and I don't really believe the Maroons of Central deserve to lose. And it's just one of those games. Didn't go our way, but you look back on it, we fought hard, and get them next year, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to college too far away, and, you know, that Central game might just be one that I make the trip back for next year.
I'm going to end up doing this by myself next year. It's going to be like that soccer game, me and Jason. Jason chime in a few words, but it's getting lowly, man.
Hey, well, you know, I got to try and recruit some people. It's 4th and 8 for Manual. I wouldn't totally rule out that I'll be around for maybe a broadcast or two next year, but you know, I don't want to do commentary again. I want this to be it.
Yeah.
This season. You know, I wouldn't mind hopping on the mic here and there, but if I'm around,
you want to watch the game and
I want to hang out with yeah.
I understand.
Just let whoever the crew is next year do their thing.
Yeah.
Help out as needed, but not.
Yeah. Totally understand. Like what Abram and Ricardo do.
Yeah.
Pop in for a little bit and then.
Well, Abram and Ricardo are always. They're always.
Abram's
around.
here. I saw him down on the lower. I don't know why Where is he? He
told me he wouldn't be here.
Yeah, he's here. He lied to you.
Well,
down there chatting it up.
That's what Abram does. But no, Abram's a good guy. But I wouldn't even be around nearly as often as they are, because
Go to school fairly close.
Well, Abe and Ricardo went to Parkland, so this is right in their backyard. You know, I'm not going to come home every weekend when I'm in college.
Yeah.
Illinois State or Bradley, my two choices.
Oh, Peoria. You're
Yep.
going to Peoria.
Yeah, so I'd go to a lot of Manual games, but
I don't know if you want to.
Well, I'd go to a lot of Peoria High School games, but new quarterback in for the Rams. It's number 8.
Go see a good team.
Malik Ivory. That was fourth and 8. Rams didn't get it, so first down and 10 for Urbana. 8:27 left on the clock. Again, a reminder that it's not our final broadcast of the year by any means. Check us out. Our winter sports season begins this winter on the Tigers Media Network. Boys basketball, girls basketball, wrestling, and more beginning this November on UTMN. $8:27 left. Christian Phillips now in at quarterback for Urbana, and he's going to hand it off to Lavoie. Lavoie Young across midfield. Brought down at the 48. Second down and 1. Tiger Marching Band has filled their section once more. They're ready to play after the game. And they've never played Ode to Joy, or whatever song they play for a win.
They're
That's
ready.
Gonna change. Here's Dimitri Turner-Winston. 7:44 left. Third and 5 from the 49, man in motion. It's Broughton, and it's going to go to Amari Broughton. Left side, spin move, bang, he gets leveled at the 50-yard line.
Meeker's pass complete to 15, Amari Broughton.
So it'll be 4th and medium, and Urbana will punt it in all likelihood. Destin Lembelembe has entered the game. He likely will. So Destin's going to line up on the right side here. Chance of Destin increasing their volume.
Hope Destin knows what he's doing out there.
Rumsey back to punt. 4th down and 5, 6 minutes and 42 seconds left. Good punt from Rumsey. And Lembelembe goes down the field. This ball will not be returned. And Destin, the nearest Tiger to the ball, but it rolls out of bounds. 48 yards, the punt for Rumsey.
Destin's going to stay on the field for some defense.
And at cornerback is Lembelembe. 6:32 left. Who's he going to match up against?
Destin doesn't speak much English, so I hope he probably knows football, though, so.
It's going to be Destin against their tight end. And a rush, gain of a few. And out of bounds, or not out of bounds, I don't know what I'm talking about. just over half of a quarter left to play. Manual taking their time in the huddle. Play clock is yet to begin, and now the whistle blows to commence the play clock. You're humming your favorite marching band tunes, their greatest hits.
The one and only.
This ball is caught by Alex Randall. Almost looked like it was going to Destin's side of the field.
The league average fastball is incomplete. Intended for 11, Alex Randall. Bring up a third down.
Stephen Thompson is not in the game for the Tigers right now. Trying to find him on the sideline. .5:38 left. The clock stopped. 3rd and 6. The pass was incomplete to Randall. This is going to be close to a first down.
Quarterback keeper. There's a penalty marker on play.
Sub in for Urbana. It will be Deshaun Duncan coming in. They aren't going to move the chains. He wasn't that close to the marker. Flag is down on the sideline. It'll be a personal foul against the Tigers. And that'll move the ball forward 15 yards. It will be a first down for the Rams. But this game all but over. A 36-point lead.
I don't know what they're trying to signal to me, but I think they want me to pick up the phone, but I don't know.
Don't pick up the phone. Why do they have a phone on the side? Oh, that's the red phone down there. Well, that's funny. The player's trying to use the red phone to dial you up on the phone. I don't know. I don't quite know. Jerome is down there. What are they trying to do? The phone does. I have not gotten a phone call.
No, the phone in the desk under us, Joey. The red phone in the.
Oh, they're signaling for the people under us.
No, I think they're signaling for me to go under there and get it.
Not our job. I thought they were trying to call you or something as some sort of.
No.
I don't know, man.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh.
Confusing.
Yes. It's been that sort of night. First down. Manual. They'll move the chains. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left.
First down, Peoria Manual at the 43.
Maybe they are signaling under us. It looks like they're talking to us, but they're not. Can't tell. Oh.
And here we go. A skirmish breaks out. A massive melee here. The benches have emptied. Manual.
Oh,
they
my God.
They are going at it. Coach Walker is on the field. Walker's not happy. They're still going at it down there on the bench. Manual's bench totally cleared. I see Lavoie Young has just been thrown out of it. Brandon Smith, it looks like of Urbana, is down. Police presence has stormed the field. I see cleats littered amongst the, there are helmets down there. I didn't catch how that broke out.
God.
4 minutes are left in the game.
Exactly. This is what happens at an Urbana football game.
Well, I'm not going to go that far. I didn't look up to see the root of the dispute. That might be the game.
And somebody is hurt for Urbana.
Somebody's hurt. That looks like Jerry Green, number 55. The clock is running. Jerry Green limping off the field with the assistance
Not what you want. It's exactly what I was talking about. Not what you want to happen. And they're going off the field.
That's going to be the ball game. Miller, I was looking down at my spreadsheet. I didn't see how that started. I saw how it ended, though, and it is going to end with Manual going to the locker room and Urbana. A strange ending to the final game of the regular season, but Urbana has won their first game at McKinley Field since October 11th, 2013. A strange way to end a game, but we've done it. The Tigers put one in the win column at McKinley Field.
Most definitely not how you want it to end.
No, certainly
Joey.
not. And
that's awful.
My chipper tone, not indicative of the way that game ended at all. But
never should the police have to run onto the field to break up a fight on the field.
Not.
That is ridiculous. And I'm sure Coach Walker is just going to get into them because that is awful.
Walker assembling the team for a meeting. And, yeah, I did see players shaking up for Urbana on that. Definitely not how you want to see a game end. But by the same token, Urbana played very well all night, and they win.
And, you know, that's even
awful.
If Peoria started, there's no excuse. There's absolutely no excuse for them to respond like that. That's just a bad representation of Urbana. If Peoria wants to do that, let them do that. But that's not what we want to do at our home field on our senior night.
No.
Awful.
Well, and as I said, I didn't see how it began. Urbana emerges from the huddle. They're cheering, they're clapping, and the fans are happy. And Urbana should be happy here. I mean, this is that fight. I'm not going to get into anything, but that, you know,
they deserve this. They earned it.
We deserve the win, and we deserve to celebrate right now.
But even though it was Peoria who started this altercation, you can't have that.
No.
Unacceptable. But a great job by Coach.
Speechless. Just a strange ending to a great game.
I want to give a shout out to Coach Walker for getting the players who were on the sideline and telling them to get back on the sideline.
And then assembling the team for the meeting
right.
after the game.
Showing he has control of this team. He's not going to let people do what they want. Telling them, don't run out there and cause more trouble.
The players, Coach Walker, one of the most respected staff members in this school. And, you know, what speaks to the trust that everyone has in Coach Walker to handle a situation like that, Principal Matt Stark, Travis Corson, some other administrators, they let him speak to his team. They let him watch it. They watched him speak to his team is what I meant to say there. And now it's a good time. Now it's a party. Now Urbana can celebrate their first win of the season and their first win on this field in 4 years.
And I'm sure as more police arrive, they're going to escort both teams out so nothing else happens. And with the fans, nothing else happens with that. But, you know, just a bad way to go out.
Wow. A strange way to go out.
You know, that's what I was talking about. You want to end up.
I'll take care of it. Oh. Jason's not going to be here. No. We'll pack it all up. Don't worry about it. Yeah. It'll be on the website. Yeah. Just don't do anything to it. I'll take care of it. Keep going, Miller. Sorry, our speech was interrupted by an issue.
Yeah, but, you know, unfortunate, but good win for us, you know. Celebrate it, but also realize, you know, that's stuff like that, you know, it's
a celebratory moment, but a learning moment as well. Certainly. And that
I wouldn't call it a learning moment because it seems to happen about every single year.
Well,
in and out. I mean, eventually it's just got to change. I mean,
right.
But good win though, and they're going to dump the water on Coach Walker.
Coach Walker, are they going to get him? They've tackled Coach Walker, and they shower him with the Gatorade. Oh, wow. Players love Coach. Coach Walker's a great guy. Heck of a guy, heck of a coach. And that skirmish cut short the game, and I didn't get a chance to really get into what I wanted to say, but for 4 years I've done play-by-play for these Tigers football games, and you know, it's my start. You only get one start, and I'll always remember where I came from doing these football games. They got them with another thing of Gatorade too. They got a different coach. That's Coach Walker that they nailed there. But yeah, no, I'll always remember doing these football games. First sport I called for the Tigers Media Network, and as they play Ode to Joy in the background, that's not a song I've ever gotten a chance to hear. Not a song anyone here has ever gotten a chance to hear, a current student at Urbana High School. So, night filled with emotions, some good, some bad, but wow, the Tigers have won. So our final score tonight: Urbana 42, Manual 6. And Miller, I just want to shake your hand here. Thank you so much for calling these last 2 seasons of Urbana football with me, man. It's been a great honor to have you by my side, and I look forward to working with you in the future.
Yep. Great job, Joey. Great job, team, for the win. Good ending to the season.
Definitely. So we will be back in action this winter on the Tigers Media Network, boys and girls basketball, wrestling, and more. For our whole crew on the Tigers Media Network, Jason Liggett, Miller Calhoun, I'm Joey Wright. Our final score, Manual 6, Urbana with the win at McKinley Field, 42. Thank you for watching. We will see you this winter.